Also, it's very important to fundamentally understand the type of businesses. And so, why is the founder doing this business? Did he wake up one day in the morning and say, hey, you know what, I will solve this problem? Is his personal experience relevant to the business problem he's trying to solve? So if I meet an oncologist who says, or if I meet a cardiologist, for example, who's been working at Max for 20 years and says, oh, you know what, I have found a better way to find a better heart valve. I will listen to the person because the person has 20 years of experience. Also often today, I meet a bunch of 5 people. So once a month I'm at IIT Delhi. I meet a bunch of 5 people from IIT who turn up and say, we will solve this problem. We will be the next new fashion startup. Yeah, do you know anything about fashion? Besides the chappal you're roaming around in? No. I'm saying, so people wake up one fine day and say, we will solve this problem. That doesn't really work that way. So relevance of experience is very important to solving the problem. Then again, traction to date. Now, I am very concerned with what will my money do for the business. मैं आपको पैसा दे रहा हूँ, आप उस पैसे से करने क्या वाले हो? Is some IP going to be created in business? Are you going to do something of tangible value, or are you just going to pay yourself salaries for 6 months and then say कुछ नहीं हुआ? So when I'm investing in a company, I want to know exactly what you're going to do with the money. What product, what service are you going to create? Because in case you are not the person who's going to ride the company later on, will there be something else, somebody else to take over or not? Also, this comes at the same point, dhanda versus burn to grow. Dhanda karo nahi karo. And also, when people come to you with business plans, please understand, is it a lifestyle business or is it going to be a growth business? A lot of people come looking for angel money or investor money for lifestyle business. And if you're a professional angel investor, it doesn't make sense. If you have an affinity for that business to be in, then it makes a lot of sense. You say, oh yeah, I love pets, therefore I will invest in a company which is doing pet grooming. But will that pet grooming company and that founder be able to scale it to a level where it's going to become a 500 crore business? Perhaps not. But be very clear where you're going. Now the only thing with deep tech plays, which I find, is there's a risk of obsolescence. Because unless you are on top of the game, so the other day, I don't want to mention, someone came up with a new portable wearable device, which was the ECG monitor. Wonderful, Apple gave it to you in a watch. Apple Watch has the ECG monitor which is portable. So why would I spend 3 times the amount of money to get the same ECG monitor in a clunky thing to be taped to my chest? So while this guy was out there trying to raise money, somebody else already come. Same thing with pages and smartphones. So always look at what's going over there. Personally, I avoid, at the angel level, I avoid any kind of high cash burn B2C business, because if it's a B2C business, it will constantly need successive levels of financing. And as an early stage investor, you will get buried and your rights will all disappear. Again, talk about decision making, art of science. We talked about this. There is no way for us to know whether any of our projections will turn out to be accurate. There is no way. It's a very early stage. Some people follow, I've heard this word often, यार हम angel investing कर रहे हैं, हम तो spray करके pray करेंगे. करना है वो करो, it's no problem. But then make sure you have the money to do 8 or 10 investments. Some people will also invest because it's strategic fit for the business. I just talked about this. But if you look at, I think angel investing for me largely is more of an art than a science. It's about going with the gut and going what you feel. You're a businessman. Most people are businessmen or the professional investors. If you're in a position to invest money in somebody else's business, I hope you achieve some level of success in your own business. So term sheet, Nandini talked about this. I won't go into all of these, but these are the basic things. A term sheet can be many, many pages long. But at the end of 25, 30 of them, you will figure out this is the highlight of the term sheet. This is the clauses that happen. Valuation, clawback, tranches, liquidation preference, voting rights, vesting, tag along, dilution, both seats, buyback, guarantee return or not, ESOP, governing law. I like to add governing law. I will not sign any term sheet in Noida, I will not sign any term sheet in Gurgaon, I want governing law to be New Delhi. And arbitration, I don't want third party, I want single party arbitrator to be appointed. Otherwise it will get dragged on for many, many years. So single person arbitrator, no umpire system, and governing law works really, or Bombay works. Other clauses are often overlooked in term sheets. So the standard Mumbai Angels term sheet, the standard Indian Angel Network term sheet does not have these clauses in it. Okay? And I'll walk you through all of them. So a key man clause. What's a key man clause? Everybody heard of key man insurance? Right? So most businesses have some kind of key man clause. Fundamentally, in any investment partnership, there's always a key man clause if you go to a fund. There's founder A, founder B. What happens if founder A and founder B, or like Nandini mentioned, husband, wife, father and daughter, do not go in? What is going to happen? Let us try to capture that upfront. How you will deal with that, otherwise it will get messy now. There's what I call a college tuition clause. Okay, now what is a college tuition clause? Any idea? Anyone? Come on, somebody take a jab at it. So all of us go to college to learn something. So we take money from our parents or somebody else, they pay for us to go to college, we learn something. Right? And after we learn that something, we can say bye-bye because we already learned that knowledge. So I'll give you an example. I was one of the investors in a fast food business. The founder knew nothing about fast food. He came to us, we gave him money. He learned about fast food, he learned about licensing, he learned about lots of things. 1.5 years later, he realized that he's given up too much equity to investors. He said bye-bye. He shut the company down, waited for 6 months, started a new fast food business. I had no rights in it. But it was because of the money we gave him and our time and expertise, he learned that business in the first place. That's called paying his college tuition fees. Now the laws in India are really bad. So India is also a country where there are no prenups, by the way. Right? You cannot hold anybody for more than 6 months. What you need to be able to craft in your subscription agreement is that he will have to have a voluntary rights to give you similar or same equity in the new venture. So there are many, I can discuss them. Now this is what I call the Hanuman clause. Okay? Everyone laughs about this. This actually happened with me. What's the Hanuman clause? Hanuman clause is you have one founder, two founders. They say, boss, we know everything. We don't want to hire any other third key employee. हम सब कुछ करेंगे, हम ही करेंगे. So I'll give you an example of a company which is say in the women's business. Founders are men. The first day we invested, we said, please hire some woman on the senior management team. Sir, don't worry, we know everything. Okay. You know why that happens? One is the person is genuinely saying, I think he thinks he can do everything. B, he doesn't want to give up their equity, required to get a key co-founder on board. So when we sign an agreement like this and we say you are going to hire a chief technology officer, your ESOP pool is 11%, but your CTO's pool is going to be a separate 7%. It is upfront mentioned in the SSA. Because then he'll try to get a good CTO who will not come for less than 19% equity, but the ESOP pool is only 10%. So this is one new thing I've learned. I want to put this in. Other point also is founder salary. Some SSAs have this, some SSAs do not have this. This is always a tricky point of view. So my thing is founder salary is, if you're a founder at a seed stage, your salary is 75,000 to 1 lakh maximum. You and a wife work together, it is 2 lakhs maximum. Till such point in time you start making operative profit. Because if you're giving somebody 2 crore rupees, he's paying himself 2.5 lakhs a month. He's paying his wife 2.5 lakhs a month. To your 2 crores is gone and paying his salaries there. Not talk about fuel bill. So founder salary is something which you always put in, and a lot of people will walk away when they realize that you're putting this in. What's a reverse cliff? Anybody know what a reverse cliff is? One person. So a reverse cliff is when I'm investing in someone's term sheet, someone's business. I say, great, I will take example. I have given his business 10 crore valuation, 2.5 crore rupees. I say, at this point in time today, I own the entire equity of your business. You will get back 25% equity in the next 4 years in your own business. Because if you quit in the next 4 years, I'll have to find a replacement to run the business. So if you're the founder CEO, we give you 22.5 crore rupees, 10 crore valuation, you own 0% of your company. If you work for 4 years in the same company, in your capacity as founder CEO, you will get to own all the equity you're supposed to get. That's called a reverse cliff.